Hello, and welcome to the Focusing Way podcast, available on iTunes and Stitcher. I'm your host, David Battistella. So, what is focusing? Why is it so great? What got me into focusing? How has it helped me? These are all the types of questions this podcast aims to peer into and not so much answer, but be with and explore. First, a bit about me. I'm a filmmaker who's been a part of many creative processes in film. I first got into documentary filmmaking because of the possibility that every film is like continuing education. I want every film I embark on to be like a new university course, and I've used documentary filmmaking to extend my curiosity and share stories. Filmmaking has taken me all over the world, but focusing helped take me on a journey into myself, a way of better understanding me. So what's this podcast about? Well, it's a bit like a documentary film that follows new lines of inquiry and discovers new things. Here, I aim to have what I call focusing-oriented conversations with people who teach and practice focusing. And it's through these conversations that I hope you can learn all the beautiful things I've learned and continue to learn about focusing. Who knows? Maybe you'll become a focuser one day too. I seek curiously, and through focusing, I found new ways of being in the world and living my own life. A few years ago, I moved from Canada to Florence, Italy, and that's where I'm broadcasting from. Part of what I had to uncover in my focusing training is how I want to bring focusing into the world. And after a lot of reflecting and focusing, the thing that feels most right to me is to tell others, through this medium, radio podcasting, about the kinds of change I've witnessed with focusing. I want to introduce you to some wonderful people who are doing work that is changing people's lives in a profound way. The website, my website, is called The Focusing Way. It's a phrase that helps summarize how I live my own life and how I approach life situations. And whether it's a brief encounter with a stranger, helping a client through their own process, or creating films, I apply what I learned in focusing in some way, moment to moment. So, I invite you to come along on this focusing journey with me. Maybe we'll meet some interesting people. Maybe we'll find new paths to understanding ourselves and others. Maybe we can just learn a little bit more about ourselves and begin to live our own lives in a focusing way. You've been listening to the Focusing Way podcast, available on iTunes and Stitcher. I'm your host, David Battistella.